And hi, welcome back to the Surrey Hill Smokers. Still in lockdown, so still no Gavin here, but hey, at least I'm indoors, it's raining outside. So today we are going to be making a traditional, authentic chicken masala. The recipe's been given to me by a very, very good friend of mine, so grab a drink, sit down, get comfortable and enjoy the show. And okay, let's get down to the recipe then. So we've got 3 chicken breasts here supplied to us by Beacon Hill Butchers. Again, these guys are superb. They've been looking after us all in the village and the surrounding area throughout lockdown. The second one, third ones, these guys are fantastic, and a big shout out to Adrian and the team there. We've got I've actually got 3 small cloves of garlic here. It's between 2 and 3, depends on your taste. Chop it up finely. We have about an inch of fresh ginger here, finely diced, chopped up. This is about the size of ginger. Just be careful though, because if you put too much in, it acts like chilli and it will be roastingly, fearsomely hot. We've done it before by accident and it was almost inedible because it was that hot. So just watch out for that. But about an inch will do. You obviously take the skin off it and then chop it nice and fine. We've got a teaspoon of turmeric powder here, and then we've got a teaspoon of garam masala powder and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And finally, a tin of chopped tomatoes. Obviously, we're the Surrey Hill Smokers, so we're cooking this on the grill here today, fired up by Big K's BCH 14 charcoal. A big shout out to the Big K. They've been looking after us phenomenally throughout this lockdown period, and all of our cooks. As you all know, we're brand ambassadors for Big K. We've got a discount code for the month of March, so we'll stick that down in the description for you. You get yourself some discount when you put your order in with Big K. Also, to cook this in, if you're going to do it in the house, just a nice big pot, I'm using my beautiful skillet here, so we're going to be using that. So without further ado, let's get on and I'll bring you in and we'll do some cooking. So here we go, we've got our beautifully hot skillet here. Do be careful, it's red hot. Let's get some of that oil in and then we'll get these onions searing down. So we're going to just chuck the onions. As I said, they were fairly coarsely cut. They don't need to be super fine. Let's get those onions in and start them softening and browning off. As you can see, this is red hot. It's spitting a little bit. Just be super careful if you've got the kids around. Will's back at school. He'll be most upset that he's not actually here cooking today. He absolutely loves being up here, as you've seen in the videos. Unfortunately, he's back at school now, so he's missing out on this today. So we'll just give those a few more minutes, and then we'll get some of the other ingredients in. So we'll just give them a few more minutes to soften up. We want them nice and soft and brown. We've got this on a sort of a high to medium heat here, just to get these going. We can regulate this by dropping the bed down. Right, those onions have softened up nicely now. The next ingredient, let's get those chopped tomatoes in, and then we can start adding some of the other ingredients as well. Let's get that chopped ginger in. We want all those flavours to start mixing together, infusing, giving us that traditional lovely taste. And then we go in with our chopped garlic. And finally we'll put our turmeric in. And our garam masala. Now we need to keep stirring this till all those flavours mix up. We don't want anything burning or sticking to the bottom of the pan. Now, don't be afraid if this looks a little bit dry. You can put some water in there just to soften it out or just soften it down. But the whole idea is it's going to make a beautiful curry sauce. It's going to have those fantastic flavours once they start cooking through, and everything's looking great. So we've let that simmer for a little while. We're just going to add a little bit of water now. The trick here is about a 1/4 cup. Gauge it yourself, you'll understand it. We want a sauce that's going to go with the chicken. We don't want it dry, too dry. If you were making a marinade, then absolutely. But in this case, we're going to put about 1/4 cup of water in here, just to give it a little bit more of a sauce-like appearance. And then once that's reduced out a little bit, we'll get the chicken in and start that cooking. The smell in the smoke shack is absolutely amazing, I have to say. Don't worry if you put a little bit too much water in there, because obviously we're going to let this cook and simmer down, so it's going to reduce down, and also the chicken will release some water as well. So I'm going to leave that for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to get the chicken in. So we're just going to pour it all in, and then we'll let it cook in that beautiful sauce. Get that chicken coated with the sauce as well, get all those flavours into it, and this is going to be an absolutely superb dish. Right, I've now put everything in here. I've lowered the grate down so the coals aren't quite so close to the skillet. It'll bring that temperature down. We want this just to simmer and bubble away for about 20 minutes, and then we'll come back and check. I'm going to shut the lid down and use the heat in the barbecue as an oven effect as well. So I'll come back in 20 minutes. So there's about 25 minutes has gone past. Let's open up the grill and have a look and see how our chicken's doing. Wow, that looks absolutely amazing. I think that's about done. So what I've done is I've gone down to the house and I've got myself a nice serving dish. We're not going to eat this immediately because obviously we're going to have this for dinner tonight, and it's about lunchtime as we're cooking this. So this is the ideal thing. We've cooked it, now we need it sort of to rest, and then we can reheat it later on, and those flavours will really have infused into that chicken, and it will taste absolutely amazing. So let's get this off and put into the pot, and I'll bring you in for another close-up of it in the dish out of the skillet. Right, this skillet is red hot, so we have to be super careful. If you're doing this in the house on a worktop, make sure you put it on a trivet or something. We're okay here because I've got a solid stone tabletop here, as you know. So let's get this out of the pan and into our dish. Oh gosh, the smells are absolutely amazing. Those onions are reduced down, the chicken's cooked beautifully. It's absolutely awesome smelling. So there you go, we have some amazing aromas coming off this. We're going to let this settle. The chicken is beautifully cooked. I've checked a piece of it. It's all cooked through. The sauce is reduced down. As I say, the tomatoes and those onions have sort of melted together, and all the other spices, the garlic and all those herbs and spices have all gone in there. And I'll tell you what, if you could smell this, your mouth would be watering like mine is. So there we go, guys. I cannot emphasize enough how awesome and amazing this smells. I must say, thank you to Cam Singh, my good friend, who shared with me his traditional family recipe to be able to make this for you guys so you can have a go. We'll put all the ingredients in the description down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Tell all your friends. We really do need those likes and subscribes. It helps us out massively, and it also helps us bring you more recipes and good fun stuff to do outside on the grill. But from me, that's all we got for today. Thanks very much for watching, and see you again soon.